A beautiful morning to everyone. I hope you all are keeping fine. So today we are going to see the fourth lesson because we have completed our first periodic test portion, and today we are going to see about the climate. So you see, in the weather condition, sometimes we feel very hot in the morning and by evening it changes. And sometimes we see in the morning it's raining, by afternoon we feel hot and humid. So why it is? Because of the climate, the weather changes. So the purpose of this lesson is we are going to learn the difference between weather and climate, the factors that determine climate, the three heat zone of the earth. So these are the things we are going to learn in this lesson. You see here in the mind opener, it is cold and rainy day and you have to go out. What kind of clothes will you wear? What kind of food or drink would you like to eat? It is a very hot and humid day. What would you like to do during the day? What kind of food or drink would you like to have? So most of our food habits are according to the weather. Suppose during the summer season we feel like to have the cold things, or during winter we like to have hot drinks. So when humid means we feel hot plus uncomfortable because the air carries the water. So those days we feel uncomfortable and we feel like to move to cold places. Our country is a vast country, and though it is one country, but in different places we have different types of climate. Am I right? So we are going to see in detail in this lesson. Okay. So now we are going to see about the difference between the weather and climate. What is the difference between the weather and the climate? So weather is a condition, weather is a condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. So weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. So suppose today in Damoh it is very hot. Maybe in Jabalpur or in Sagar there will be different weather condition. Okay. So today might be a cold or rainy day in your city. Tomorrow might be a bright and sunny day. Okay, so you see, we have seen that yesterday there was a sunny day in the morning, and by evening we have seen rain. Weather can change from day to day and even from hour to hour. So weather can change every day and every hour also. Okay, so now we will see what is climate. So we have seen that weather can change every day and every hour also. And we will see now what is climate. Climate, on the other hand, is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. The climate in the Himalayan ranges is cold. It is very hot during most months of the year. The climate in and around Chennai is warm and humid, whereas it is hot and dry in the Thar desert. So in India itself we can see like Himalayan ranges. You understand where is the Himalayan ranges. So since it is the raised up land or the mountains, in those places most of the time the climate is cold. And suppose in the desert you know it is full of sand. So in the desert we feel very hot during the day and cold during the night. That is also one of the climatic condition. So in the Chennai or the southern part of India we see that most of the time there is hot and humid because it is near the seashore. So climate remains for a long period of time and weather changes every day and every hour. Is it clear? What are the factors affecting climate? Okay. Different places in the world have different types of climate. So all over the world there is a different types of climate. The climate of a place affects the people living there in many ways. So according to the climate, people are adopting the climatic condition of the place and their eating, their clothing, way of living, all that differs according to the climatic condition. The clothes they wear, the food they eat and the types of houses they live in are all affected by the climate. The factors that determine the climate of the place are distance from the equator. So we have seen here is the equator. This line is called as equator. Equator we have learnt already in the previous lesson. Equator divides the earth into two equal parts. Yes or no? So what is the factor determines the climate changes? Distance from the equator. High above the sea level. High above the sea level. Distance from the sea. Winds. The amount of moisture in the air. These are the factors in the climate. So we have seen that near the equator the sun rays falls direct. Yes or no? So these places will be warmer than these places. And the next we will see is latitudes, distance from the equator. The earth gets heated by the rays of the sun falling on it. Yes, so sun gives us heat and light to us. We are clear about it. Look at the diagram here. So these are the places receives the direct rays of the sun. It shows the same amount of rays from the sun falling at different parts of the earth's surface. It shows same amount of rays falling from the sun at different parts of the earth's surface. As you can see, the rays of the are direct on or vertical at the equator and slanting at the pole. So we have seen that these places get the direct straight sun rays, and these places they get the slanting sun rays. The slanting rays have to heat up a large area of the earth's surface than the direct rays that fall on the equator. So these places they spread over a large area, and these places they did not spread in large area. Hence places near the equator get heated more than places near the poles. So these places the sun rays falls directly. Okay, suppose this is sun and they are falling direct sun rays, whereas here they fall slanting and it need to heat in a large area. That's what these places it gets heat very fast, but these places it gets slanting sun rays and it takes time to become heat. Also, the sun's rays have to travel a greater distance through the air at the pole than at equator. So these places they have to travel into long distance. Okay, since it is falling slanting, they have to travel long distance by the air. By the time it reaches, its heat is reduced. So next, depending on the amount of heat received, there are 3 climatic or heat zone of the earth. How many heat zone on the earth? 3 heat zone on the earth. The first one is the torrid zone. The area on both sides of the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is called as a torrid zone. Look at here. This zone is called as torrid zone. Equator is passing through here, Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer here. So between this zone is called as torrid zone. So this area receives the direct sun rays. The word torrid means extremely hot. So what is the meaning of torrid? Torrid means extremely hot. It lies near the equator. This zone receives maximum heat. Maximum it more heat. It is hot throughout the year here. So these places is hot throughout the year. These places are hot throughout the year. This places also is shown, the tropic or the torrid zone. So actual way these places will be this kind. Next we will see the temperate zone. The area that lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere are called as temperate zone. This region has a mild climate, neither very hot nor very cold. So, neither very hot nor very cold, that is called as mild climate. So, again we will see temperate zone. This area is called as temperate zone. Between the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, these zones are called as temperate zone. A temperate forest in Australia. This is the forest of the temperate zone of Australia. By the word itself you can understand, by the frigid, both have poles, North Pole and South Pole. The area between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and between the Antarctic Circle and South Pole in the southern hemisphere receives very little heat from the sun. They are very cold and large parts are covered with snow throughout the year. So, this area are covered with the snow throughout the area. They are very cold and large parts are covered with snow throughout the area. They are called as frigid zone. We see here this part is called as frigid zone. These both parts are called as temperate zone. So, both the end of the earth, North Pole and South Pole, is called as frigid zone. The next factor is height above the sea level. So, next we will see, do you know the North and South Pole experience 6 months of day and 6 months of night. Places within the Arctic Circle like parts of Norway and Greenland, where the sun stays in the sky through the night and day, are known as the land of the midnight sun. So, this Norway and Greenland, they have 6 months night and 6 months day. So, just we can imagine how it will be 6 months day and 6 months night. The sun shining at midnight, Norway. So, this is the midnight. So, in the net also you can get more information about the Norway and Greenland. Our next factor is height above sea level. Have you visited a hill station? Hill station means like Shimla, Manali, this side Darjeeling, Shillong, all these are the hill stations. You know that it is cooler up in the hills than in the plains. So, in the hill station, throughout the year there will be cool climate. But in the plains, these are UP, MP and Delhi, all these places are very hot during the summer. Even if the two places are the same distance away from the equator, The higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So these hill stations are also very far away from the sea, and the plains like UP, Bihar, all these places are very far away from the sea. So these places during the summer they get very hot, and the hill station, because of the high altitude, they are cooler than the plains. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes. The peaks of the high mountains are covered with the snow throughout the year. Means height which are high mountains are covered with the snow throughout the year. Thus, the higher a place is from the sea level, the cooler is its climate. So most of the hill station are cool. That's what people go to the hill station during the summer and they enjoy there. Next we'll see distance from the sea. Water heats up and cools more slowly than land. This affects the climate of places near the sea. They are warmer. So mostly the southern part of India is warm, like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, all these places are hot and humid in winter and cooler in summer than places far away from the sea. For example, Mumbai is closer to the equator than Delhi. We can therefore expect it to be warmer than Delhi during summer. So Delhi is very hot during the summer, but Mumbai is not very hot because Mumbai is closer to sea. But this is not so because Mumbai is situated on the sea coast. So we saw that already, that near the equator the sun rays falls directly and it is very hot. But Mumbai is not very hot and not very cold because it is situated near the sea coast. This makes its climate moderate. So Mumbai has a moderate climate, not very hot nor very cold. So for today this much only. So please once again you read the lesson, then you will understand better. So please, I request your children, please read the lesson, and those who have not completed your notebook, please complete it. Okay. So I hope you all are studying also and doing your work also, not wasting your time. So please complete your notebook. I am going to check, then I am going to give you the mark according to that only. So please, your notebook should be completed and it should be neat and clean. So take care of your health, children, and do your work also. Thank you.